We want something physical, visual, to remember our love. The last time I was here, I didn't know you. I had no one in mind to add to this scene. You changed that. You changed everything.
I say just naturally, bro. That's the best way. Instead of just like trying to like just holler at chicks, you know what I mean? Sometimes just let the universe work for itself.
You let them find you when you're doing your thing. Like, I've had to learn that the hard way. When you look for people, you don't find the right people. But when you're like focusing on who you are, that brings people to you, the right people to you.
You don't find anything, you attract everything. The energy that you put out will bring exactly to you what you're supposed to have. There's things that you attract to you because of the person that you are and the traits that you have. And as far as that's concerned, making them love you is something you cannot do. Because we're not slave owners, we can't make anybody do anything. But the more that we do to be our genuine selves and the more people accept you for who your genuine self is, that's what creates the love that lasts.
You can tell that I'm in love with the person I'm drawing by the colors. I remember this particular muse, pink was the color that I used with her, and it was a hot pink. So it's going to be some type of hot variation of color, or you're going to see something a little bit more intimate than you would normally see with my art, which is pretty substantial because I do nude art. So it's going to be a little, even more intimate. I know it's love when I'm getting ready to say the words, I love you, naturally. I know I'm in love when my body and my mind and my heart and my spirit and my lips are getting ready to tell this person I love you. It comes out naturally, and that's how I know when I'm getting ready to tell them. All the times I've ever found love, I was never looking for it. Whenever I was lonely and I was looking for the emotion of love, I never found it. When I was completely not looking for love, that's when it showed up like a magic trick, just appearing right in front of me. This piece right here is very close to my heart. I did this piece back in 2021. The title of the piece is Innocent Muse Nude. It is a figure drawing. It is actually drawn from a photograph from a muse that I met online that started to like my artwork. And we started to collaborate. She started to send me pictures, and I created this drawing. It's a 24 by 36 inch charcoal drawing from a photo reference. This drawing was big for me because it taught me so many things. A lot of women related to it. The natural hair that she's wearing, you know, her hair, it's not a weave, it's not a lace front, it's her hair. So that was special to me. Everything in this drawing, I highlighted the things that was beautiful about this woman to me. That's what I always do in all of my drawings. So the highlights are the natural hair, her collarbone, her breasts, the slant of her face. It's very subtle, but if you take a look at the drawing and you study it, you'll see the essence of her spirit in the drawing. Funny enough, a friend of mine on Instagram saw this drawing. He's an artist as well, and he said to me, "Oh, Jordan, that drawing is so realistic. I want to meet her. I'm a titty man, and I love this drawing." Those were his exact words. And the funny thing about those comments were, this is not a very hyper-realistic drawing. There's a lot of artists that draw what's called hyper-realism, where you can't tell the difference between their drawing and a photograph. It's hyper-real. They spend like 80 or 90 hours on one drawing. They put on gloves and they go really slow. My style is way more fast. I completed this drawing in probably 20 minutes or less. But the reason he made that comment is because you're seeing the spirit of the subject, the spirit of the woman. So even though it's not hyper-realistic, he thinks it represents her exactly the way she looked, and I agree. This piece right here is called Unique. It is also 24 by 36 inches. The medium is China marker. It's China marker on paper. China marker is a wax-based crayon-style medium. It is a life drawing. This one was completed in person. I actually drew this model. Her name is Felicia. She is from Atlanta. And I titled this piece Unique because that particular night at figure drawing, we drew at a film studio. And she looked different than all the other models that modeled that night. There was 3 other models. They were all a little bit more curvy and voluptuous. She was super tall and very slim and slender. But she was very attractive at the same time, and her spirit and her essence was beautiful, is beautiful. I loved her hair. Braids are something that I love to draw, so if you zoom in on this particular drawing and you look at her hair, you'll see the braids. Braids is a distinctly and uniquely black girl hairstyle. There's no other girls in the world that wear braids like black girls do, and if they do, you know that they're mimicking a black girl. So that's one of the hairstyles that I specialize in drawing is braid. It's kind of like my signature. So yeah, this is another like 20-minute figure drawing from life. And I completed this one back in 2021 as well. So these are both 3-year-old drawings. I had them both professionally framed. They're museum quality framing. So the quality is just, you know, amazing.
I feel like anybody I'm with significantly, romantically, intimately, they appear in my work. And our proximity actually makes me want to work more, which kind of maybe, I don't know, it's kind of how I like it. You know, I feel encouraged to put more work, to put more effort into my work and to be more present in my work when I do have a partner, so that when I am spending time with my partner, it's fulfilling for the both of us and it's inspirational for the both of us in the things that we do. Balancing an art career with personal relationships is it's a bit of a sport. However, I think in the juggle of things, it's doing both of them on purpose. You know, showing up for the people who mean something to me in the best ways I can, and then I also bring my art along with me, which kind of like sweetens the experience for both of us. So balancing it comes with showing up, still doing the work, still being attentive, and providing the value I know in the best ways I know how. The act itself is an expression of love. And in some cases, the subject matter of the work is love. So, like my subjects will be of people I love. So the act of creating the piece itself is the expression of love. And then in other cases, there's actual like good feelings and love between the subjects in the piece. So I keep looking over my shoulder because the main piece I'm referencing is a piece called Together. It's of 2 people interacting, and the caption says, "Tell me something good." And you can see in the expression on the faces of the subjects that they're having some kind of pleasant, loving interaction. So I show love in that way. Nutrients and sustenance is what love is like to me, what it means to me. It's something that's useful and in many cases needed for the expression of a thing at its best. So I say that in the sense that when we love a thing, we are providing it the nutrients and sustenance it could use and need for it to grow. So loving a plant looks like watering it and giving it sunlight. Loving a person looks like being attentive to the things that they need that they might not say they need. Loving yourself looks like giving more time and effort to your genuine interests. And as we pour into those things, they grow.